Now it's time for issue 10 of Nintendo Power, and we're going to take a look at the awesomeness, which is Batman coming right at you. You can hear every kilobit of those 320 kilobits per second. Yes. This is Great Fox 37.
And Pikachu 23.
Yeah, this is issue 10 of Nintendo Power, the Batman issue. So that song's from the first level of Batman on the NES called Streets of Desolation. It's probably one of the greatest Nintendo songs ever made. There have been some awesome remixes, like Mega Driver did an awesome heavy metal remix of it. Now, Castlevania's got, amazing soundtrack, but this one definitely is, definitely the top there. So, as you can see, we've now officially entered 1990. So we're out of the 80s and now into the 90s. So, yay. Pretty soon we'll stop seeing the mullets and the, super geek stuff. But fortunately, nothing too bad, like grossly colored hair and whatnot, except for Joker there. But
yeah, that's kind of goes without saying.
But it's cool that they got the whole, Jack Nicholson rocking it there, and they got Batman in the background over there tearing through the pages. So basically, it's the explosive super feature, but don't miss, we've got our first view of Super Mario 3. Got a Shadowgate strategy guide, Double Dragon 2, which is my favorite Double Dragon. Double bonus, World of Nintendo Catalog, 16-page Tetris tip book. Oh, boy.
For Tetris? Why does it need to be that many pages?
Tetris is a big hit, and a lot of people, didn't know how to play it properly, so.
Oh, okay.
I was one of the learn-on-the-fly types. What's up?
It is apparently confusing.
Well, if you wanted, it gets extremely frustrating level on, especially after level 9.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Near, and then of course you got those people like on, awesome video games done quick, just basically blitzing through it like it's nothing.
Yeah, I've played a couple games that are similar to Tetris, but I've never actually played Tetris before.
I mean, you have to have absolutely no life in order to master that game. So unfortunately, So there's that rockin' '90s baggy jacket there with the Nintendo on it. Get a free Team Power Tip poster and help a friend earn his wings. Yeah, silver and gold. Silver and gold. So yeah, so basically there you go. If you want to sign up or anything, you can go sign up on there. Or basically just call up 1-800-255-3700. Does that sound like a number we tried?
Yes.
It does?
I think.
Okay.
I don't remember if we tried that one or not.
Yeah, I know we tried a couple of, I know we tried a 206 area code, which is up in Washington, so I know we tried that.
I forget.
So here's the table of contents for you. So you got Batman, Shadowgate, some more Willow, Double Dragon 2, Super Spike Volleyball, Clash at Demon Head, and then River City Ransom. Can't wait for that. All right, got the making of Super Mario Brothers 3. Take a look at making one of the most eagerly awaited games ever, and boy, were they not kidding. It is hands down probably one of the best Nintendo platformers there for Mario version. So in Game Boy, we got Golf, Boxy, Quirk, Solar Striker, and much, much more. Now, Quirk was a tomato-looking guy with a mohawk and shades, and he actually was part of Johnny Arcade's action team, basically, along with Kuros from Wizards and Warriors, and then Max Force and Bigfoot the truck. So it was kind of like their little watered-down version of Captain N, basically. And of course, you got your usual. We got a Howard Nestor comic. We've got our top 30. We got the Achievers, the Journal, Players Pulse. So we'll probably see some new Nintendo Power faces. So we got Mario 3. Then we got Barai Fighter, and then we got Astanix, Dino Wars. A couple games I'd never heard of or played. I played Barai Warrior though. I played the Game Boy version. Then we got video shorts on Arcean, All-Pro Basketball, Road Blasters, Genghis Khan, Cybernoid, Dig Dug 2. I rented that game, and I'll never play that game again. Championship Bowling, Twin Cobra, then Pack-Watch Super C, which is kind of a sequel to Contra. Wrath of the Black Manta, which is a
game.
Pretty funny ninja game there. Then we got Remote Control, Snake Rattle and Roll, Adventures of Lolo 2, and then Wall Street Kid. And then there's your power guide, or your power meteor system. Yeah. And then we got all those wonderful things. So let's get this boat on the highway here.
I can't wait to see what Nestor and Howard do now.
Oh, yeah.
The comics are so funny.
Right. So looking at some career opportunities there. Nintendo doesn't have any branch offices. All of our game counselors work here at our corporate headquarters in Redmond, Washington, which is an armpit of America, or one of the West Coast armpits of America. I get why they were stationed there, basically, because it was a good hub from Japan, practically, because you just have to hop, skip, and jump across the Pacific Ocean to get there. But yeah. They got some little screenshots of Mario from Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros, and then Mario 2. You too can be a power player. No, we can't.
No.
We got video spotlights. We're starting to see those 90s polo shirts. I wore one of those, and then the pumpkin pie haircuts. Then we're seeing Jeff Gilkey from Crocker, Missouri, 16 years old. So he's got showing off his old-fashioned CRT monitor there. And he's got the Roy the Robot. And here we go. We got Batman. We got some awesome shots of Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson there. Madman has taken over Gotham City, and only one soul has the power in the world and means to stop him. It's Batman. So there's taking a look at some of those just awesome maps where you get to actually take a quick look through and see where to go and whatnot. So it's pretty awesome there.
And if you're us, you stay on the first level for a while and just listen to the
Right,
song.
exactly. And it's really cool. I mean, that's why I love Nintendo Power, because they had all these screenshots of all these maps, and if I haven't played the game or anything like that, you just get to basically take a look at them and just have some fun seeing what's going on ahead. It's kind of like those Nintendo Strategy Guide road atlases they used to make. I could take a look at Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 maps and stuff like that. So it's just so cool how you get to see this, what you get to see with Zelda 2 and Mega Man and all that cool stuff there. And so I remember when they did the Zelda 2 walkthrough, they actually drew the maps from scratch there practically.
Wow.
So you're getting some pretty cool shots of the Batmobile here, and then some pretty cool shots of the maps and everything. So they're doing up to level 3 there, so that's pretty cool. We get to Shadowgate. That is some awesome artwork for Shadowgate there. And I love how they're showing the artwork where you basically lift the skull at the start of the door to take the key to get in. I always thought that was hilarious because you'd be sitting there like, gee, it's like that lateral thinking that we were talking about. It's gee, I guess since there's no doormat there, we better operate the skull to get the key to get in. Now, and again, it's clever thinking. It's stuff that you usually adapt in the real world. So what we're going to do eventually, I did promise that I would do a walkthrough of Deja Vu, but so I'm thinking of doing a walkthrough of Shadowgate as well. I'll do it on the Nintendo. I actually played it on the Game Boy Color, ironically enough. That's how I first played it. I never played the Nintendo version, so we'll play the Nintendo version. It'll have the same, music, same way to, strategize and get through and stuff like that. What we'll do is we're going to do a full walkthrough where basically we'll show all the deaths and everything, because some of the ways that you die in it are pretty amusing. Like, you can use the torch on yourself to burn yourself to death. It's kind of like how in Deja Vu you can use the gun on yourself and everything, so it's pretty funny.
I'm tired of this story. I'm committing suicide.
And that's how I'd say it's like, okay, I know we just started the game, but look, I'm using the torch on myself. I'm done. But yeah, that dragon, and then with your character holding up the shield there to block the fire, that is just so sick. I just love that there. And if you guys want to read through that, it's really cool. But yeah, this is such, look at all this great artwork here of this. Man, they really outdid themselves. So yeah, the beginning of the game chambers of Shadowgate are really tricky and whatnot. So it's cool that they've got these little walkthroughs to help you get through it and everything. It is pretty much like an adventure point-and-click puzzle game, so this is technically still kind of like cheating and whatnot, but a lot of the times that you kind of sit there and it's kind of like a hint sort of guide like they did with Deja Vu, so... But yeah, man, look at all that artwork there. There's that skeleton at the end of the lake cavern, and then the little spear orb that you drop in, and oh, it's just so cool. We got it. Oh no, there's sharks swimming in there. Well, I'm gonna go enter it. Dead. Love the the lich in the upper right corner there. That is so awesome.
Oh, man,
they call him a wraith, but it's really a lich.
I keep saying Deja Vu, and I have that song in my head.
Oh, the one from Ace of Base.
Song, yeah.
Yeah. My Deja Vu. We'll play that song basically when we're gonna play the game. So.
Sure, why not?
So yeah, they only do like the first half of the game there, and then the second half gets a little treacherous. There's a lot of cool items that you can use on the monsters in that game, so it's really, really cool. Like you can fire a shooting star at a flying wyvern in the air and stuff like that.
Cool.
So here's the walkthrough, or not walkthrough, but here's the first look-see at Super Mario 3. So when you see Mario with the raccoon tail and ears, you kind of sit there and it's like, holy cow. Then you see, Princess Toadstool actually looking good for once. It's like, oh, she's a blonde, she's not a redhead. Then you get to see the Tanuki suit. You get to see the statue, basically, that the Tanuki turns into Frog Mario. Oh, man, it was just so cool. Those suits were so awesome. I loved Tanuki Mario. I loved Frog Mario, especially when you could swim underwater against the current. Loved Hammer Mario, where you could duck and then if somebody spat fireballs at you, it would just absorb like a buzzy beetle shell, and then you could toss hammers at an angle, and it's like, oh yeah, that is so cool. So eventually, later on, in Super Mario 3D Land, they came up with the Boomerang Brothers suit, so you could toss boomerangs, which is really fun. Yeah, so I like that. So, it's basically, video games combine the best aspects of cartoon animation and computer programming to create a magical world of entertainment. As a result, a mix of two diverse fields, it requires the talents of many people to produce a video game. So that's very true. So, this is a really, really fun article that they're doing. And this I tell you, I didn't own this article, but I read this article and I was super excited for Super Mario 3. And I love the little shadow they have with the raccoon tail there. That's great. So we talk about, planning the gameplay. So, and then, I love the little animation or the little cartoon there showing Mario running with a shell in your hands. And it's just like, wow, you can finally pick up Koopa shells. All right. And you kick them. Yeah.
And we have a stuffed corn.
Yeah, we have two, actually. We got a red and a green one. Yeah. And then I loved, like, Mario 2 kind of brought about the beginning of that. It wasn't only with the fact that you could, like, pick up enemies and chuck them in that game, but also there was a part where there was a red shell that you could actually pull out of the ground, and then you could, like, drop it on the ground and even ride on top of it. Now, of course, they didn't let you ride on top of it in Mario 3, but it was still cool to, like, pick up the shell and kind of run with it. So I think they probably got that idea where it's like, yeah, you could do that with the Buzzy Beetles, the Koopa Troopas, and even with the spiny shells, too, because they're all shells that you can run and kick with.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a legend of himself, Shigeru Miyamoto, who, of course, had his little, cameo at the end of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is, it's a camp movie, but it's a bad movie, but it's such a fun movie.
And
exactly.
It has a cool dinosaur song.
Oh yeah, it might be the dinosaur.
Oh my god.
Whoops, sorry about that. So here's a couple maps of Willow here, so you get to continue through the Haunted Island caves. Now, the cool thing about the Willow RPG is basically that it goes beyond the movie. They actually allow you to explore, like, different areas of the world, which I thought was really cool there. So, and then, of course, it was an RPG, it had the RPG elements and everything, so that was really, really nice with that. I love the artwork on all of the items, too. That is really, really cool.
Mm.
Take a look at that. T-Wrestling! T-Wrestling! There it is in the upper right corner. This place is cursed, Peck. Yeah, T-Wrestling's maze-like interior. Oh, boy.
Oh, God, I love mazes. They're so much fun.
Then there's Nockmar Castle, basically, near the end, of course, to get to Queen Valmorna. And then here's Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Those are wicked. I love those wicked blue and red dragons. Huh?
I was thinking of the time that me and Artis played Double Dragon Neon. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
One of the power-up thingies is your two characters come up to each other and go like this and go gleam, and I'm like, it's okay. Seriously, it's okay. Oh my god.
What was great about this game was it didn't allow you, like, what was so funny about this game was it didn't allow you to get through the game on easy. So, like, when you play on easy, I think you would get through, like, the first 3 or 4 levels. Then you put it to medium, and then, like, you don't battle the shadow boss at the end. It's just like, what would have happened, and then you put it to hard, and finally lets you beat the whole game. So it really tried to punish you for picking the easy level, which was great. And how do I know that? My brother and I tried that, basically. And it was just so hilarious how it's just like, wait a minute, there's more levels of this. Oh, no. You've got to increase your difficulty.
Oh, God, I would have hated that. I probably would have, barely gotten through the first couple levels. This stupid whatever it is keeps killing me.
But yeah, this was a really fun one because basically it had a really good... it had a pretty good story in it. It had I just felt it had way better levels to kind of bounce through and whatnot.
And I love the music for those games.
Dragon
is so good, has such good
There's a little queer picture of Billy there. He looks like he hasn't been eating much. So at the end of level 5 here, I like this. That's all we can show you for now. Billy and Jimmy's quest for revenge has only just begun, but neither will rest until someone pays for Marion's life.
Yeah.
So you got Super Spike Volleyball, and of course they make the dudes look like beefy, muscular Speedo wearing guys. So it's pretty much Top Gun Nintendo sized.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's fan service if you're a chick.
Right.
Anyway.
So here's Clash at Demon Head, which is basically anime inspired. Obviously, you can tell by those little screenshots there on the right side of the first page.
Like an interesting game.
Oh. And, it's got some pretty interesting kind of, I should put the side-scrolling action. Now, I love how, if you take a look at the game cover art and then take a look at the game art, it's like, wait a minute, one's real and the other's anime? What? It's kind of like where they had that Dragon Power game, and then they changed the way Son Goku looks. They made him look like they actually made him look like a monkey. And then basically, Bulma, Bulma's going over to the turtle hermit, and it's like, oh, I'll help you if you give me a sandwich. Like, nigga, please, those aren't sandwiches. Those are panties. Here's River City Ransom. This is if this is the next best thing. Next best thing to Double Dragon here is River City Ransom. Ryan and Alex going on to basically going around the city, and they're going to be beating up people. So you could actually go to different towns, and you can get basically items and like special attacks and everything like that, like dragon feet and stone hands and everything like that. So it's pretty cool.
Did you play that one?
Huh?
Remember how we were doing all of those? How we recorded all of those games we were playing together? Did we play that one?
No, actually we didn't. But it's pretty cool. Beat 'em up. You beat up people, and then coins drop out. And it's like barf. So yeah, they got to go to the rival school and save their girlfriends. And then there's River City girls. So that's like basically where the girls are doing the exact opposite and whatnot. And they made them kind of cartoony and things like that. So I heard it's still a fun game regardless, though. But yeah, River City Ransom, I remember hearing about it. Like, I never played it growing up or when I was a kid. But I remember when I was a teenager in high school, I actually got the ROM of it, and I was like, oh, this game's awesome. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a blast. I just love, like, the music, and it's great, too. It's like, dun, 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 like that. And then you get to go against the boss, it's like, do, 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 like that. So you get to go through, like, different parts of the city, and you can stop by some, like, market areas, and you can go to, like, a pharmacy. You can actually go to, like, a bathhouse. And then when you're there, like, Ryan and Alex will have these, like, closed anime eyes with these big smiles, and they'll point their fingers up, like, oh, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, yeah,
Sounds like Brock. Pokemon?
Pretty much. But yeah, this is really cool that they're showing the little, chibi guys in it and stuff. Doorman Ivan, Genevesian boss Otis. Barf. And I love when you get hit and your eyes bulge out like, oh! Alright, so now we're going to go to the top 30. And so we're seeing number 1 is, for some reason, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, wasn't that one really bad?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a fine game. It's just really tough. Oh, number 2 is Zelda hard. 2, The Adventure of Link. Number 3 is Super Mario 2. Number 4 is Ninja Gaiden. Now we're talking. Ooh. Number 5 is Dragon Warrior. Boy, that climbed up big time. So yeah, like this, the Kingdom of Alfgard may be threatened by the Dragon Lord, but there's an army of avid adventurers out to get him. If you battle through the Malice 4, you know what dedication is all about. Apparently you're not alone. Yeah, no kidding. Oh. Considering Ninja Gaiden was practically one of the toughest games out around that time, that was fair still. Number 6, Mega Man 2, one of the hottest games of the past year. Mega Man 2 is still hanging out this year at number 6. Zelda at number 7. Bionic Commando at number 8. Faxanadu at number 9. Wow! Yeah, no kidding. Any way you spell it, Faxanadu has a lot of vowels.
Did you want to talk a little bit about the new Faxanadu game?
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine, yeah. It also has a lot of adventure packed into it there. Yeah, Faxanadu is a cult classic, and it's nice to see it in the top 10. If you're a fan of Zelda 2 or like Battle of Olympus, you would really, really love Faxanadu. It's got a leveling system in it. You can actually upgrade armor and weapons and spells and things of that nature. They even have a remake of it, basically, or guy remastered it, I should say, and put in some new equipment. He got rid of a few towns, though, which kind of takes away from it, because there's like townspeople you can talk to and things like that. And it's got a really good soundtrack to it, and it's got a great story too. And it's based off of the Xanadu series, basically, that was very popular in Japan back in the 80s and 90s. Eventually, a spiritual successor came out called Xanadu Next, which I actually got off of Steam for $8. It was like 50% off. And it was basically made back for the N-Gage of all things back in 2005. It really is a good game. It plays a lot like Diablo. It plays like a combination of Diablo and Shining Force Neo. and it takes place on an island in the middle of this like huge ass lake that's practically like an ocean. So you and this chick named like Charlotte come over to this island, this Harlech Island, and you're basically trying to study Strange Rock Castle, which is supposed to only show up. It's even got like some opening CG scenes of like the Black Bride and everything, which is really cool. And you're trying to find the Dragon Slayer, which is the ultimate sword in Faxanadu, to escape the island and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. It involves a lot of patience and grinding. It has an amazing soundtrack in it. Like Clover Ruins is my favorite. And there's a part in it where they play kind of like the Zindel type of guitar, or Zephyr guitar, basically, kind of like they do in Chrono Trigger. So it sounds like a Chrono Trigger song. What's so funny?
The goblins in the game, they sound like birds when
they
you kill
do.
them.
They do. It's just hilarious.
I keep calling them the birds, because
I have the full plate armor. I have the full plate armor, which actually looks like the full plate mail from Faxanadu. They even have a battle suit in it, and then the rankings are still the same. Like they got like novice, aspirant, battler, paladin, lord, things like that. And it's got like 30 levels in the game, and I think I'm like at level 17. I want to say so far. I'm heading back to Eaglet Mountain at this time. I've already battled 2 of the bosses. The bosses are huge and require strategy, which is cool.
I don't know, a giant spider.
Yeah, that was the second boss there. But yeah, it's story-wise, it's not bad. It just only has 1 town, which is kind of a drag, so I'm a little bummed about that. But otherwise, I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's got a few kind of like platform puzzles, but nothing that's going to like make you pull your hair out or anything like that. Kind of like if you're playing, whatchamacallit, Lufia 2. So there you go. So, but yeah, I mean, not to sit now. Lufia and Lufia 2 are 2 great Super Nintendo RPGs, and hopefully Nintendo Power covers those, because I never really got too far into the Super Nintendo era. So then we got Blaster Master at number 10. This is probably, minus Ninja Turtles, this is probably a very competent top 10. This is probably my favorite top 10. And basically, I think if anything out of the 10 games here, probably Ninja Gaiden should probably be number 1 in my book. But that's just the way I look at it. And then slide Tecmo Bowl into the top 10 and boot Super Mario 2 out. So we go to number 11. There's Tecmo Bowl. Number 12's Nobunga's Ambition. Then we got Nobunga's, that Kirby Shogun. Number 13 is Super Mario 3. So Super Mario 3 is obviously just starting to come into the woodworks there. Number 14 is Marble Madness. Fuck that game. Number 15 is Strider. Not bad. Number 16 is Bad Dudes. That's basically a Double Dragon clone. Number 17 is Robocop. Fuck that game.
Yeah.
Number 18 is Mega Man. Number 19 is Batman. Number 20 is Metroid. 21 is Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. 22 is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Fuck that game. 23 is Ghostbusters. Fuck that game.
Yeah, that game's awful.
24 is Double Dragon. 25 is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. 26 Blades of Steel. 27 Contra. 28 NFL Football. 29 Metal Gear. Meh. And then 30 Guardian Legend. So yeah, I mean, the original Metal Gear on the NES was kind of an unfair game, but it was a great way to just kind of get into the stealth genre, especially with the Nintendo. So there's a poster of Dino Wars, which is badass, and you've got Saturn, at least you think it's Saturn, or Uranus maybe in the background. It's got this big old robot dinosaur about to spit out a blast. That's a pretty bitchin' poster. There's some maps for and some shopping lists for River City Ransom there. So then we got the players, pros, and dealers picks. So players, of course, are at Super Mario 2 and Zelda 2 and Ninja Turtles. Pros are at Dragon Warrior, very cool, Bionic Commando and Zelda 2. And then the dealers are at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mario 2, and Marble Madness. Fuck that, Marble Madness. So yeah, basically Mario is always going to be, up there. But the pros, I love how they put Dragon Warrior in there. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So now we're getting to the Game Boy section here. So we're seeing the Game Boy version of golf. Or see Mario with a golf club, 3 wood. Then we got Boxy, which is pretty much just a puzzle game on the top of the overview. We got Quirk there. They're not really showing too much about that cool tomato that works for the underground to save his friend. It's another puzzle game. Then we got Solar Striker, which is pretty much kind of similar to, it's kind of like a movable or mobile space adventure, or Space Invaders, sort of.
Ooh, Space Invaders is fun.
Bugs Bunny is getting his Crazy Castle debut there.
No!
Crazy Castle was the only game my dad beat on the Nintendo.
Is that the one that AVGN did?
Yep. He did all 4 of them, or 5 of them, I mean.
If you want to see how crazy those games are, go watch his videos. Oh, dear.
Save the magical mushroom worlds in Super Mario 3. So they're showing Tiny Mario, Super Mario, Raccoon Mario, and they're showing Frog Mario, Fiery Mario, and then the Hammer Brother Mario and Tanuki Mario. So they were showing off a lot of good stuff.
That's a good question. Did the Sonic games come out after this? I know it's a different company.
Sonic's been around since late 80s, so Sonic and Mario are basically flagships. So.
I was thinking Sonic has a bunch of like different types of little power-up things too. Like the magnet one where you can pull the rings, and there's the fire one.
Oh, that didn't come until later. Oh. Yeah, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 just kind of had like the ring shield and stuff like that. But I think Sonic 3 started bringing about a lot more of those little things there. But yeah, those are basically the iconics of the Mega Drive and then the Nintendo. But Mario 1 and Mario 2, they were showing those off there. But with Mario 3, you take a look at that artwork and it's just like, oh yeah, super excited. Look at Fiery Mario. He looks so badass there. He's completely covered in orange this time. And they already gave it like a 5 out of 5 across the board there. Then you're seeing like the flying Goomba there, and it's like, whoa, it's a Goomba with wings. Whoa, there's a ghost. Whoa, there's an underwater like lotus spinning fire thing.
There's a ghost there.
There's a ghost there. Look, a lot of coos back, yeah. And look, there's even like bloopers that have little baby bloopers. All right. A new chapter in the swashbuckling NES adventure of Mario and Luigi begins soon. The Mushroom Worlds are threatened by Bowser, the Koopa King, and the 7 evil Koopa children. It's up to the brothers to save the day. Saving the day. Saving the day. So they're showing the kids here that are basically in the airship, which is pretty cool there. Then they're showing the matching game. So a lot of this you can base, and then the treasure ship, if you do that prime thing, the White Mushroom House I tried to get. Oh, yeah. We'll try to get in World 2. Then you got the mini fortress and then the castle where the kings turned into like different things. Like the first one's turned into a dog. Then you got walk, run, jump, duck, fly, warp, swim, and slide. So it's just like, yeah, new ways to move and attack. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know it, baby. And then you got like new kinds of blocks, like the music block, the silver blocks that you can kick around. Then you got like the P switch, which turns things into coins. There's one of the dopey little Koopa kids drawn so poorly there. You have more tricks and items than ever, Mario. Hurry, save our world. Okay. Oh, that's a frog. Oh, that's a king turned into a frog. Okay. And then, of course, they got the little item scenes on the map here. They got stomp, fire, swat, hammer, kick. Oh, it's just so cool. I mean, this was just such an innovative game for its time. Well worth the wait, too. Mm-hmm. So much fun to look at that.
But you get to hit things with a frying pan when you play Peach in Super Mario Melee.
She also has a fried pan. That's like her best weapon in Super Mario RPG, which is the best Mario game ever made, damn straight. So here's Barai Fighter, which is kind of like a Solar Jetman sort of thing. It's a lot more fun on the Game Boy version, but it's pretty much a side-scroller where you basically fly around and shoot like enemies and stuff. Then here's Astaniacs, with trapped in a deadly fantasy world. It's an interesting kind of anime style game too. From what I can see here, there's a lot of really cool animated scenes, and definitely does look like it's based off of an anime. There, that is some badass artwork.
I wonder if Arctic has played it.
Yeah, that's a good question there. Maybe he'll drop a comment.
Yeah.
And then there's Dino Wars. It's kind of like getting into Mecha Godzilla practically.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like interesting.
So here's the Howard and Nestor comic.
Oh no, what did they do?
So we're seeing that Nestor's in front of a castle, and he's wearing. It looks like he's wearing some. It looks like he's wearing Lodo's armor there and whatnot. It is Dragon Quest. I'll be damned.
Oh, cool.
Hark, hark! The great dragon warrior Nestor has come to Tanjil Castle. He has come for the Stone of Sunlight, which he needs to complete his quest. 'Tis said that he likes, or that it lies beneath this very castle. Stand aside, folks. So he's all walking in, and then all of a sudden, somebody wearing green with the staff's all coming up there. And then he sees that he's going to start digging with a shovel, and then it breaks. This may be tougher than I thought. Have you tried going down the back door and walking around the edge of the castle? There's an entrance there, and there's a shadowy figure. Yeah, sure, all I'm supposed to do is knock. As a matter of fact, do I look like I was born yesterday? You know, he's talking to Howard, so he's now starting to drill at the center, and then it explodes, and then nothing moves, and then they just kind of stare at it. Then Nestor puts on his robe and wizard hat, like Blood Ninja. Alakazam! So he zaps it, and there's nothing done. I've got to think of my own way down there. So then you hear this like clamp, clamp, pow, pow, clamp, clank, and then back door, hot, eat drill, crate or castle. So now he's got the steam drill going in. And then Howard's like, I guess people just need to make a grand entrance, you know it?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that he actually was a dragon warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Who framed Roger? So now Counselor's Corner. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Where are the magical buildings? Up your ass with broken glass.
Don't play that.
How do I get past the warehouse guard? Where is the will? Up your ass with broken glass. And then there's Legacy of the Wizard, which is, ironically enough, very similar to Faxanadu in a few senses there. So they talk about the fourth crown and everything, which is funny because in Xanadu Next you're trying to find crowns in that. And then there's Monster Party. How do I pass the dancing Japanese zombies in level 5?
Oh yeah, that the song for that level is cool.
Oh yeah. So here's the gameplay counselor profiles. Name Derek Whipple. Boy, that is just
wow.
That is just a nerd and a half right there.
One of my sisters, her ex-boyfriend had that last name. That's kind of creepy.
It's him. It's him.
His name was Andrew, but yes.
So hobbies include camping, computers, play by mail games, like chess. Highest score finished Nobunga's Ambition. Favorite NES game, Nobunga's Ambition. So we got John Hamaker, who's became a game counselor in December of '88 as well. Hobbies include computers, music, and arcade games. Very cool. Ooh. Highest score 9,999,990 on Russian Attack. Favorite NES game, Ninja Gaiden. All right.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Jeff Hazard. Look at that mullet! Holy cow! Became game counselor in January of '89. Hobbies include skiing. Dirt bikes. What is that? Drawing. Yeah, drawing and weightlifting. Very cool. Highest score finished Dragon Power. We were just talking about that. Favorite NES game, Armageddon. Okay. Named Greg Olson. Yeah, that guy kind of looks like Columbo from For Your Eyes Only, James Bond. Became a game counselor in October of '88, so he's like the senior of them all there. Hobbies include video game, fishing, camping. Very cool. Highest Steam score 900,000 on Wizard and Warriors. Damn, that's good.
Fishing is boring.
Favorite NES game, Dragon Quest. Very cool. Faxanadu. Where is the Ring of Dwarf? So, talk to the guru. Once you have the helmet, the battle suit, and the wand, you can talk to the guru and then basically go into the Dartmoor Castle area. And, you have to defeat, you just got to go around the branches and stuff like that. Now, they call it Daybreak, but it's actually Daydrake. That's a town that's just west of Conflate, basically, within the branches. Those are the two towns there. I used to think it was Daybreak, but it was actually Daydrake, which made me laugh there. Adventures of Lolo. How do I get through Section 7-3? That's that bombing game. Ultima. Where is Ambrosio? Where is the Shrine of Dexterity? And Exile. The Exile game series was heavily based off of the Ultima series in terms of combat and things. I'll tell you, the Exile series. If you've never seen it, I first played it off of a PC Gamer disc that had like Betrayal at Krondor and Betrayal at Krondor, which is my favorite DOS RPG, and then also had basically Exile 3 on it. And the Exile series deals with a group of people who basically are put into an underground, hence exiles on this really just like huge planet, and they have like this underground cave system that's just like endless. So the people just made their own homes underneath there. So the first one, you're basically trying to find a way to escape to get revenge. The second one, you basically are at war with the Empire in it, and then in the you're sent to assassinate the current emperor. And then the third one, you're basically trying to get back onto the surface, and then you discover that the surface is under attack by a bunch of plagues. The third one is my all-time favorite.
Is that the one with the cute little talking spiders?
Yes. Yes, with the talking spiders, you got it.
Yeah. I forgot what that was called.
A spider kisses your leg and then goes and runs away. Hello.
Yeah, they have the really cute little voice.
Then they have the talking cockroaches too. So.
Oh yeah.
And then you got Air Fortress. How do I get through Stage 6? I don't know.
Yeah.
So then you got some classified info. So you got for Mega Man 2 Star Sprout Wings. So when you get to so what happens is that when you get to when you select a boss or like a robot master on the main robot select screen, originally it just shows stars in the background, but if you hold AB and then you press start when you select the robot, the stars turn into these tiny flying birds, basically, which is pretty funny. So pretty cool. There's a sorry, I'm a little congested there. There's a kid. I'm going to shift. Let me just shift positions. There we go. So there's Kid Icarus, there's Guardian Legend, got Godzilla.
Is that one of the good Godzilla games or the bad one?
Nah. But I mean, there's only so much you can do on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Heroes, Bad Dudes. So you can check those out if you want to. Super Mario Land Coin Collection. So they show a bunch of ways to get coins. Rambo, Well-Trained Warrior, Faxanadu, extra items. So, yeah, there's a few locations in the Elven world that may be valuable to come back to, so you can defeat enemies repeatedly to earn extra items. So you can do that with, like, the elixir, red potions, things like that. It's very, very valuable stuff, especially so if you're going through and things, you want to make sure that instead of having to waste precious gold and everything that you'll need later, yeah, you can just keep, revisiting basically those areas and do that. I mean, Faxanadu, it can be a very tough game because the enemies can be very unfair. And the platforming and control can be really difficult to navigate and whatnot. But again, it's still a cult classic, still a fun game to play. Unlimited continues for RoboCop, you'll need it. And then there's a password basically for Bubble Bobble there, which is a fun little game. Baseball Stars, POW, oh yeah. Gotta love POW. 21 Gun Salute. Gyrus, which is a really interesting game. And then you got DuckTales bonus stage revealed, so that's pretty cool there that, basically our experts have discovered the secret of the mysterious bonus stage that Uncle Scrooge occasionally stumbles on while flying back to Duckburg with Launchpad. If Uncle Scrooge fortunes for the current stage and are add up to a number with 7 in the 10,000 digit, 5 digits to the right, then Launchpad will take Uncle Scrooge to a special diamond-packed area where the clouds before they reach Duckburg. I think I've only been there once, and I had no idea how the hell I did it, but I did it there, and I thought that was pretty cool. One-up loop for there, too. So, yeah, DuckTales was just such a fun platforming game. New games now available. Look at that cute little girl sitting there playing Nintendo games with the polar bear on the walrus watching. I am the walrus.
Yeah.
Look at you. So you got like Infiltrator, which is a pretty cool helicopter game. Got the Chess Master. Woo.
Yeah.
Short Order and Explode. Yeah, no, thank you.
That game sounds funny.
Oh, that creepy ass artwork there on the
Ew.
merchant. Made from Activision, who later on, of course, makes Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All Pro Basketball, so you had some pretty cool cutscenes when you dunked. Road Blasters, based off of that really, really sweet arcade game. Oh, it's such an awesome game. Like, you go to, like, Bubble City or the desert or whatnot, and you're basically driving on a road, and you can use your, it's a car that shoots guns and whatnot, and then they'll give you can have, like, special little items that drop onto the car at points that you can, like, launch blasts from. It's pretty cool. They got Genghis Khan, which is a strategy game. They got Cybernoid, Dig Dug 2, which is another strategy game that can suck it. Championship Bowling right there. Twin Cobra, which is another helicopter game. All right, let's see some NES achievers. 1942, Bad Dudes, Bayou Billy, Bubble Bobble, Cobra Triangle, Contra, Defender of the Crown, Dragon Quest. There you go. Somebody from San Antonio, Texas did it. Yay! All right. Somebody from Springfield did it too. Duck Hunt, 999,900. Hey, there you go. Faxanity finished. Now we're talking. Yeah. That's cool. Of course, you'll have to take a picture of the main dude walking away from the castle in a hurry. Otherwise, the game restarts on you, and then people are just going to make fun of you. Guardian Legend, Cairo, Georgia. I knew there was a Cairo, Illinois, but Cairo, Georgia. Wow. Gyrus. Let's see. Karate Champ, Hudson's Adventure Island. That's a fun game, Adventure Island there. Let's see. Kid Icarus. So many people got 9,999,000. Especially somebody from Staten Island. Kung Fu Heroes. Legacy of the Wizard. Adventures of Lolo, Marble Madness, Mega Man, 9,999,990. Both of them are from Florida. Aurora, Colorado, Mickey Mousecapade, Mystery Quest. Let's see, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, they maxed out on their points there. That's pretty cool. Let's see, Pinball, Predator. Yeesh. Terrible, terrible movie to video game adaptation. RC Pro-Am, Rampage, Renegade, Robo Warrior, Saycross, Super Mario Brothers, 9,999,950.
Wow.
Yeah, barely see anybody from Arizona.
Yeah.
You know, you rarely do. Star Force Strider. There you go. Strider. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Top Gun, and then Xanac. Boy, not many Arizonas. I don't think I saw one. And then, of course, they show you how to capture and everything back in the day. NES Journal, players, poll winners, whoop it up. Why don't you whip it out, big boy?
Yeah, right?
Super Dodgeball World Cup Finals. Boy, that's so much fun. Short takes. Captain Nintendo wants you to give them a call. Cleaning kit. In your future local NES repair service. Those were great. We had a mom and pop one in Colorado, I remember. And those guys were just really, 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 just really pissed off people. They hated dealing with little punk kids and whatnot, and who could blame them? Their parents let them get away with murder.
Yay.
No, I'm just kidding. So basically, we're taking a look here, and we are seeing the Nintendo World Championship. Now, of course, there is a video that shows Angry Video Game Nerd looking for that cartridge, basically. So you got there is you wanted to get one of those. So they're talking about this. Excuse me.
Oh god, speaking of videos he did, I wonder if they have a Nintendo Power one with Action 52 in it.
Oh,
dear. That game, I mean, oh dear.
For the love of God, I hope not.
I know, seriously.
And, so basically you've got, they're showing we help 30 major U.S. cities, including the following. So you got, Dallas, Texas, Cleveland, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Boston, Massachusetts. So, of course, they don't like the West at all.
No.
So now we're going to do celebrity profiles. So we're looking at Stephen First. And if you guys don't know who Stephen First is, he was Flounder from Animal House. So basically, He was one of the new pledges there. So, and of course, that was really funny there. He also did a few voices for a few Disney films, like Little Mermaid 2, for example. Sadly, he passed away in 2017. So,
damn.
yeah. So basically, he's a big fan. He's a big fan of Double Dragon 2. He said, "My kids and I really like Double Dragon 2 a lot. The thing I like most about the game is that it's 2 players and you can play at the same time. The new Cyclone Spin Kick is another great feature. The graphics are a lot better than the first Double Dragon. The only thing I don't like about the game is the fact that it wasn't as good as my kids were. It was difficult to master at first, but once I got into it, Double Dragon 2 was very exciting." So it's just great to see celebrities playing Nintendo at this time, because now, back then it was very taboo to see adults into Nintendo games and stuff like that, even though they came from the Atari. But then nowadays, now that gaming is pretty much, everybody's into it because it's hip and everything like that. And, of course, girls can show their tits off and people simp for that. But anyway, so Pack Watch, we got Super C, so it's showing some pretty badass stuff there for the Contra sequel there. And then basically you're also taking a look at Wrath of the Black Manta. See, that little artwork in the upper right corner says it all, basically.
That game. So it
and
has that one good song.
And that boss Tiny there, yeah, that just says it all.
God.
So, yeah. Snake Rattle and Roll, which is another kind of like isometric, like Hubert and Marble Madness. Adventures of Lolo 2. I never got into the Lolo series. I just couldn't do that. And then Wall Street Kid. It's pretty interesting because it's kind of like a G-rated version of that movie Wall Street, practically. But so it kind of teaches you a lot about, or a little bit about investing in the stock market. So it's pretty innovative for a Nintendo game there. So Gossip Galore, Mad Max, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So they're going to be working on some stuff. SSI, which was a great company for the PC that would make awesome games. A lot of the D&D games, like they did. What was it? They did one for the tomb, like a tomb for Antipok from Ravenloft, and they did another one. This where you took on Strahd von Zarovich and things like that, so it was pretty cool. SSI also made one of my very favorite turn-based strategy games of all time, Steel Panthers. So basically, Steel Panthers dealt with World War II. Steel Panthers 2 dealt with Vietnam up to Desert Storm. And then Steel Panthers 3 did a combination of all of them right up to the Holy Wars of the 2000s. So it's pretty cool. Snake's Revenge, which is a sequel to Metal Gear, and then also Mission Impossible, Rocket Ranger, and NES Play Action Football.
Snake!
Dun, dun, dun. So there's basically your NES planner there. So they're showing what to prepare for. There's a new Bases Loaded game coming out. Super Mario 3 is due in March of 1990. So, a lot of good things they'll be on the lookout for there. Back issues now available for the Nintendo. And then here's what to look forward to in the March-April issue of Nintendo Power. Super Mario 3. It's a huge game and it has about 16 times the memory of the original Super Mario Brothers. So it's only natural that it contains many more secrets items and places to find, and this giant review reveals some of the concealed mysteries. The What's Game Pack directory, the invaluable super supplement with the reference guide on NES games for some time to come. It contains over 300 entries on every game released to the NES so far, complete with power meter rankings and quick tip for each one. You'll really want to check this out. Nestor Awards. Start thinking about what your favorite games were in 1989. It's time again for the Nestor Awards. Make sure to send your votes. So we'll do a vote again, obviously. We'll do our picks. A Boy and His Blob. Having trouble in Blobononia? Our review of this imaginative new game should solve some of your blob problems. Plus, more features, previews, counter, corner, classified info, video shorts, pack watch, mailbox, video spotlight, top 30, and news journal over to Nestor. Did we miss anything?
I don't know.
So here's the letter from Howard Phillips here. Hello again. I hope everyone had a great holiday season. No sooner did this year start off than I am in the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Hell yeah.
Cool.
To preview all the games and products that everyone has ahead in store. From what I've heard and what I've seen so far, I can tell you that 1990 should be a great year for the NES. Another cause for excitement this year will be the Nintendo World Championship. This giant tour is going to hit some 30 major U.S. cities, so probably we'll see some move over to the West Coast eventually. I hope we'll be able to make a few of the dates to meet some of you in person. As most of you know, the Fun Club was replaced by Nintendo Power, which left me without a title. Instead of keeping track of the Fun Club, I've been making a lot more personal appearances to talk about games, and I've been evaluating more games than ever because of the new duties. I was recently given the new title Game Master. What do you think?
Cool.
So see you next issue. So the Super Nintendo is a year away, basically, at this point. And one of my favorite issues is coming up, Volume 18, which is the Mega Man 3 issue.
Ooh.
And that is one of the best issues of the early Nintendo Power, so I'm really looking forward to that. So now they got the Players Poll Contest, Grand Prize, an exclusive showing of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. So that's pretty cool there.
One, right?
Yep.
Nice.
It's the original there.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles features action, special effects, tons of ninjas, and of course the turtles. I laughed, I cried, I ate a lot of popcorn. 2 thumbs up.
I was
Okay.
thinking of the second one. The ooze.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Grand prize from the RoboCop 2 Players Poll was John Esposito in Burbank, California. Second prize was Steve Smith of Hillsborough, Texas. And then third prize is 2 kids in New Jersey, a scared kid in Texas, Laredo, Texas. Well, that's on the border. Holy cow! That's just south of San Antonio there. And then let's see here. Then you got 15 second prizes, 50 Mini Smash NES games, 53rd place winners, the fabulous Nintendo Power jersey. All right.
Ooh.
So there you go. If you want to send in your submission, just make sure you get it in by February 28th of 1990 there.
Yeah.
That's another issue. That's another issue down there. So we've covered 10 issues already, Pikachu.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool. We got 10 issues down and a whole ton left to go.
Yes, it's fun.
So yeah, really looking forward to issue 18 there with I think it's 18 or 20, one of the two, but whichever one has Mega Man 3 on it. Then basically there'll be another one later on that'll have Dragon Quest 3 in it, and then also like Final Fantasy Legend 2 and stuff. It's a really good issue. And then the Legend of Zelda issue, which I think is 34. That's another good one there. So basically there's just a lot of really fun stuff that's on the way, and it'll be good to do that. The Mega Man 5 issue is like way further up the road, and that's the issue that shows all the robot design winners and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's really, it's a fun issue because there's some kids did a really good job, and you could tell some people like put like super badass work, like Uranium Man. I can't wait to show, like, Uranium Man is like probably the sickest out of all of them. Like whoever designed Uranium Man did an amazing job. And what's funny is a few of them that they did, like Blizzard Man, for example. They basically, would put it into the future and stuff like that. Mega Man 9, of course, was groundbreaking because they had Splash Woman in it.
Splash Woman, yeah.
Oh. Man, there's some dirty, bit busty artwork of her out there.
That doesn't surprise me.
There's some dirty, busty artwork of Roll, too, which is surprising. But, of course, there was this one, I remember, oh, this is disgusting. So there was this one guy who was all like, oh, well, somebody drew Roll with tits, that's like the inferior version. It's like, you really, really like her looking like a child? You know?
Yeah,
I mean, she's cute. Don't get me wrong. You know, the little chibi robot form, she's cute and all. But I mean, I'm not gonna like sit there and be like, oh my god, that's the superior version to appease my fantasy.
Keep that lolly stuff away, guys. Okay.
But then, of course, I'm all talking like, oh my god, Great Fox, you like Roll of tits? Well, I like tits, you know. But I mean, it's not like I don't go gaga over her or anything like that. But you know, if you draw, it's kind of like how they're doing those mods for like Resident Evil 2 and 3, where they redo Claire and they redo Jill, and they give her like these super busts and like big booties and stuff. I mean, it looks great, you know. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's just good to know that there's still people out there that are trying to make sure these girls still look good, you know. And like Blizzard, who's basically trying to make the Amazon look like a Mamazon.
Yeah, that was really disappointing.
Yeah, it's such a drag that we didn't get invited into the Diablo 2 beta, you know.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play that. But, or alpha, I mean. But, well, you know, it's not the end of the world, and eventually the game will come out, and I guess we'll probably just do a video playthrough of that. Mm-hmm. People have already played through Diablo 2, like, over and over. There'll probably be, like, a ton of videos put up of it, but, you know, it'll still be fun. Well, that takes care of that. We do still have to do the Barbarian for Median XL, I think.
Barbarian, Sorcerer, and...
No, we already did the Sorcerers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the Barbarian's the last one. Yeah, I think the Barbarian is...
Amazon yet,
oh, yeah, we need to do the Amazon, too. So there's the last two. So, yeah, I guess, you know, when we get around to it, what we're going to do... Yeah, we're going to do Pinky next. So we're going to do the Barbarian, whose name's going to be Pinky, of course. We'll probably very soon do a Shadowgate playthrough. All because they just want to go through and, you know, just show the various ways to die.
Yeah, that game sounds fun.
It is. It's very descriptive. It's very disturbing too for a Nintendo game, because it's pretty, like, you know, like, for example, if you shatter, there's a room with 3 mirrors, and basically if one, like, there's only one that you shatter correctly that has a door behind it. There's another one that you shatter that like sucks you into a vortex, and then there's another one that shatters and it says like all the shards like stick into you, and like blood is basically coming out of your body. It's like, oh yeah, this is Nintendo, hell yeah.
Jeez.
It's just like Uninvited, which is the third point-and-click adventure game. That one is really, really creepy. And at the end, it requires you to actually go through like a maze, and you have to make sure you get out in time. Otherwise, you get stuck in the home and everything. I mean, I'm a fan of it, but I don't remember enough about that game to play it effectively, unfortunately. Shadowgate and Deja Vu, on the other hand, I know those games like the back of my hand, so we'll definitely do that. All right, well, we're done for the night. It's time for some Ovaltine. But in the meantime, this is Ray Fox 37.
And Pikachu 23.
And we hope you had a blast.